What's up guys, Anton Kraly here from dropshiplifestyle.com, and in this video I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a very long time, which is conduct a live Shopify store review. This is a site that I'm not familiar with, but I'll be going through it with you. And these Shopify store reviews are something that I actually had to look back. I used to do on the YouTube channel, but it looks like I did it 5 years ago, which is crazy because I thought it would be much more recent. But I do have a previous playlist of other stores I've reviewed, so if you like this one as you go through it, you want to see more, I'll link to the playlist below this video. And also, if you want me to review your store, if this video gives value and you want feedback for yourself, definitely post a link in the comments. And again, if this video provides value to people, I'll do more. Maybe I'll choose yours and you'll see your store pop up on the YouTube channel here. With that being said, just a few hours ago now, I posted in the community tab on the YouTube page saying, I have some time today. If anybody wants me to review their store, they can post a link. And the first one that just came through was from Alexis, and Alexis posted it's beautypurple.shop. So as you can see, I have the site pulled up right here on my computer. And what I'm gonna do is go through it and hopefully provide constructive criticism and share what I would do if this is my store, things that will hopefully help Alexis to make this a profitable Shopify store, and then things that'll hopefully help anyone out there, including you, to improve a store you might already have or one that you might build in the future. So with that being said, we're gonna start even before the site, okay? We're gonna start with the domain name, because you can see here, it is beautypurple.shop, right? As far as Beauty Purple goes, I have no problem with that, but what I will say I have a problem with is the .shop. And the reason being is because I saw on my phone a notification that said, it had the link, it had the comment from Alexis, so I went to my computer and I typed in beautypurple.com, and that's not the correct site. Now, why did I do that? Because that is what most people do. When they want to go to a website, they type in .com, especially a site that they're not familiar with or heard one time like I did here. And this is something that will become a big problem if this site does eventually grow and starts getting traffic from Facebook ads and TikTok ads and Google ads, and people go to it when they're at work on their phone, and then they're like, oh, let me go on my computer and check this out. The segment, the bucket of people that type in the wrong domain and just forget about it over time will grow and grow. And honestly, having anything but a .com will lead to lost sales over time for that simple reason. Now, really quickly, I'll just say a lot of times people go for extensions like this, like .shop, .store, or whatever, because the domain they want is already taken. Change your domain name then, because even if that was the case, right? And you're like, oh, well, .com's taken, so I'll get .shop. People are gonna go to .com, and if that is a competitor, they're gonna probably think that was where they were and buy from them. Or if it's a park site, they'll think, oh, this site is a scam, it doesn't work. So always find something where .com is available. I'm not a fan of premium domain names that someone is basically just holding for ransom and selling for a bunch of money. So if that's the case as well, I'd recommend finding a different store name. Okay, with that being said, the next thing we can go to is right up here, this top bar. Now, I refer to this still as the hello bar, but basically it's like the top message you have across your whole site on every page, basically the first thing people see. And here on this store, it says free shipping on all orders over 50. And listen, I get why that you have that there. Most likely it's to increase your average order value, have people add multiple things to the cart, so you can offer free shipping and make more money per sale because they're buying more things at once. But if you want to do that, that's fine. But with this space here, I don't recommend you do that because it doesn't incentivize people to buy sooner rather than later, right? The first thing you're basically asking them is to spend more money to add more to their cart. What we like to do is offer different promotions for a limited time and really show that off there. So I'll pull this up as an example here. This is the Dropship Lifestyle merch store. It's dslmerch.com if you want to check it out. But you'll see here at the top of our stores where you have that message, we have save $10 on your next order of $50 or more, use code SAVE10 at checkout. So this is what I would recommend you do. Choose a color scheme that works for your site also, make it really stand out so everyone's eyes are just drawn to it. And instead of just having something that is trying to encourage them to spend more money right away, try to make it something that is really incentivizing them to buy sooner rather than later so they don't miss out on a great deal where they can save themselves some money. Okay, so let's go back to the store now and we can start working our way through it. That was the first thing. Well, the domain, I guess, was the first thing, or the URL, and then the hello bar, as I call it. Now let's look at the logo, okay? So the logo, just to be totally honest, I think there's way too much going on with it. And if I didn't, have the URL and know it's Beauty Purple, I would probably stare at this thing for like 5 seconds being like, what is this called? I think the font, honestly, I think it's too much. I think it's not simple enough to quickly read and be like, oh, I'm on Beauty Purple. A couple things on top of that, under it where it says the Beauty Maker, it's too much text for a logo. And then on top of it, this image you have created here, even that, it says Beauty Purple on it also. And then it's kind of this, extreme font that I guess it's a BP there. It's way too much for a logo on a store like this that most people are going to be going to for the first time. You want to not have everything pushed down because the logo is so big, and you don't want them to have to look at it for more than a millisecond to know what it says. So I'm gonna go to here, Shaka Surfboards. This is a Dropship Lifestyle demo store, so it's not actually live. It's live in the sense you can go to it if you wanna check it out, shakasurfboards.com, but we don't actually sell products on this. It's just built to show off our Dropship Lifestyle Shopify theme, which is called Charlotte. By the way, that's not in a Shopify theme store or anything. It's for Dropship Lifestyle members only, but just so you know what theme it is. Doesn't really matter though. I just want to talk about the logo first. You could see here, it's probably it's more letters than Beauty Purple, but it is much simpler to read, Shaka Surfboards, boom. Like there's no confusion as to what is going on there. It doesn't push the whole page down. So I would highly encourage you to change your logo. I would probably have it either as just one line, Beauty Purple, or if you want to stack it like we have here, Beauty Purple. Just make it clean, make it so people don't have to spend time trying to figure out what's even going on there. Again, easier for them to read. It doesn't push your site down. Okay, moving on to the next thing here, we have the first image that you have, right? So on our website here, I'll go do side by side. We have, obviously it's surfboard store, so we have a really visually, I don't know, it draws your eyes in, right? Of a woman underwater with her surfboard. So, for you, it's beauty products. I was scrolling through, actually, I recorded this section of the video about 5 minutes ago, and then I got a notification that it stopped recording, so I'm redoing it. So I did scroll through a little bit here before, and it looks like the products, they're not all over the place, but there's different types of beauty products. So as far as what you want to show off in your main image here, I'm not sure what that might be. It might be an image of maybe a few different women, since that's obviously the target demographic, with great skin, with maybe some of your products throughout the image, but it's definitely not this zoomed in image of this woman's face. And one tip here, I'm assuming this image you uploaded is probably much bigger, but it wasn't the correct size that the theme called for. So when you uploaded it, it kind of cuts off everything else. So I would definitely change that image. Even here also, there's just a shop all button, right? There's no reason for anyone to click that. You don't know where it's gonna go or, what, shop all what. So I'll just show you here, on Shaka, we have Catch More Waves with the Shaka Hybrid Surfboard, shop now. On yours, since you sell many different product types, maybe this is something, get better skin today, shop our best sellers, right? Maybe that links to your bestseller collection. So give people a reason to click though, right? And have it obviously relate to the image. Here, I'm just gonna come here to the Dropship Lifestyle merch store again. So ours, we don't even have a button there. It just says, wear your story, the official Dropship Lifestyle merch store, with a guy wearing a Dropship Lifestyle t-shirt, right? So something that, again, relates better to your brand with text, a text overlay. Okay, let's go down the page a bit more. I see there is, a quote here. I don't think it's going to help or hurt. I don't know who the quote's from. It doesn't really stand out. If you want to do something like that, I think you can do it in a way that shows it off more, maybe attribute it to whoever it is, maybe add, an image of someone with great skin that the quote is attributed to, just make it stand out more. It's kind of just lost there right now. I'm going to skip the products for now. We'll dive into that towards the end of this video, but let's just keep going to look at other elements that are on the homepage. This is something else that I saw. This, I think, is another, face roller. And again, it's here, but I don't know what product this is on your store. I don't even know if it's available. I can't click on it. There's no link anywhere here. There's a review from someone named Elizabeth, but that's it, right? So this, again, just seems out of place the way it's formatted. It looks like it was just quickly put together to have something there, there. And if, let's say this was like one of your best-selling products and you did want to feature it on the homepage, the way to do that would be, here, let me come down a bit and see if we have any. So here, we have some products here, right? So let's just say this, this surfboard was this product. You could show off the product there. It could have the product name, the product price. It could have the quick view link or a link to the product page. And then if you want to do the review to the right of it, my advice would be to, obviously it's something that's supposed to help your skin, have a photo of Elizabeth showing off her great skin. Again, with a link, with the product name being featured there so people actually know what this is. So I would definitely recommend that. Here, I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna keep Shaka on this for a minute because I wanna revisit that later. But come down a little bit more, a product being shown off. That's fine. But then we come down here and then we just have two images, right? So these images, they don't do anything for the person visiting the website. Again, not like being mean or anything, just constructive criticism. Like what it looks like to me is somebody put this site together and was like, I need some images to go lower on my homepage. And they found, 3 women and then someone doing yoga because people that do yoga are, I guess, typically healthy, but it doesn't do anything for the viewer. If anything, the images slow down slightly how quick the homepage loads. So if the images are just going to be like this, just delete that from from your Shopify store. It's not helping at all. Okay, I'm going to come back up though a bit because let me see here. Are there different categories? Yeah, so you do have these different categories, right? It seems like you have 4 big ones, hair, anti-aging, or 3 different big ones. So what I would recommend doing there is adding a section like we have here, shop our featured collections, and you could have 3 different ones for those same categories. And one thing I want you to notice too, I don't want you to think you need all these amazing custom images where you're, hiring models and stuff like that. These here on Shaka are all stock images, but you'll notice we picked them in a way that they all fit the same theme, right? Even the colors, right? The oranges, the blues, we tried to make it blend together. So if you're gonna add something like this to your homepage for your different collections, those 3, you'd have a list of 3, try to find images of things that are related, things that look good together, things that flow. So definitely recommend adding that on the homepage as well. Okay, coming down here, the footer. This needs a lot of work for a few reasons. Also, as I'm going through here, a blog, I think for skincare site, a blog is a no-brainer. You could have blogs about how to have better skin this summer, how to use a face roller, right? Whatever it is, little guides like that. Even a buyer's guide that can direct people to the right product, like we have here. Huge for credibility, huge for providing value to the audience. So I'd recommend adding things like that. Again, just go to shakasurfboards.com to get a feel for it. And then again, custom icons that fit the way your site flows will all help. It'll help make it look like a site people can actually trust. So follow this model. But this here, okay, the footer menu. This thing is severely lacking, not just from a credibility and trust perspective, which is obviously huge. When people are finding the store for the first time, again, many will be, you want them to scroll down and not have questions pop into their head immediately, is this legit? And you have quick links and info, both with only a link to search under them. Then you have your mission statement, and I'm a fan of mission statements. I think they're important, they're good, but it is out of place here. So I want you to take a look at the Shaka Surfboards one, and I'll just show you some of the things we include and some things that you actually need to include should you actually want to start running paid ads for this business. So again, credibility, it's going to help with credibility and trust, but also if you don't have some of these pages in your footer menu and you go to run Google Ads, for example, your account can get suspended. So we're just going to start on the left here. We have Contact Us. I don't know if you have a phone number. I didn't see one on the site. If you don't have one, I don't think the product's that expensive, so it's not the end of the world. But definitely have a Contact Us section, have your email address, and then have a link to a contact page on your site that maybe also has your email address and then a contact form. Just so, again, people know, even before they order, can I even contact this company if I have questions? Maybe they're pre-sale questions, or maybe it's just people wondering, if I have a problem, can I contact this company? Now, next section we have on ours is just called Shaka Surfboards, and these are, the different collections on the store. So I'd encourage you to do that as well. And then quick links. This one, definitely add these, right? So under yours, you have search. About Us. This is huge for sites that get a lot of, that aren't hugely established, that don't have people that already know about them through word of mouth. Build an About Us page, add information that will help people actually understand the business, understand you, and trust you. Price match, you don't need that because I don't think you're selling branded products. Shipping and returns policy, absolutely need to add that. Privacy policy, 100% need to add that. Terms of service, again, need that. Just to even run ads, you need the privacy policy, need the terms of service. If you build a blog like I recommended, link that there. And then again, you can link to a contact us page. And then also, I want to mention your subscribe opt-in here, right? It just says subscribe and email. And not that like you're ever going to get tons of opt-ins from your footer menu, but when you're asking for someone's email, you do want to give them something in exchange, right? You got to give them a reason to give you their email. So even just adding messaging above it like we have here, ours says join Shaka Nation, sign up now for up-to-minute offers, sales, and news. If you add something like that, again, you're not going to get everyone that visits your site to opt in, but you'll at least get some people where there's no reason for anybody to just subscribe because what are you even subscribing to, right? Okay. So that covers the home page. Now what we'll do is jump into a product page. So let's go ahead and do that. Actually, you know what? No, there's still more. I mean, these are going to be links, I believe, that are on every page, but I do want to discuss these now. So we have this like gift icon down here. If I click that, it's to unlock 10% off your first offer. And this, I'm not against that at all. That's what most, I think, like beauty brands do and fashion brands do. So no problems with this. My feedback on it, though, would be, again, this yoga image. Like, it's supposed to be a beauty site, right? You can't even see what this person looks like there. And I'm assuming most things on this site are skin related. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see more as I go through it. But from the little bit I've seen so far, it's kind of like your face. So here I would show off like a really, bright, clean skin and have that like somebody smiling instead of this because it doesn't fit. Okay, so let's come down here now and go to where it says Beauty Purple Rewards. So if I click that, it says earn 1 point for every $1 you spend, earn 15 points now. I would remove this. So not that you never want to have a rewards program or anything like that, but just seeing this, right? It's almost like a distraction. Like, well, what is 15 points? If you want to have this running in the background where if somebody buys, then you see on the confirmation page, you email them, hey, your purchase earned you 30 points or 50 points, and this is how the program works. That's great. If you want to have this as something that's linked in your footer menu down here, your points program or your rewards program, link it down there. But to have it here on every page as like this, the brightest thing on the page that people probably do click, it is confusing. Because again, what is 15 points, right? So I would not have this here. Again, not saying remove the program, but maybe link it in your footer menu. Then if people seek it out, they can click it. Also, again, after they buy, tell them they have the points and what they can do with them and how they can earn more. Okay, there's another link in the footer here that says join our community. And when I click that, it pulls up basically a referral program, right? So let's work together. Beauty Purple is a brand for all beauty needs. You can collaborate and get discount codes, free products, sales commissions, product sneak peeks. I don't recommend having this, again, here on your homepage like this, okay? Because not just your homepage, it's on every page is the little pop-up in the footer. But from what I could see, like I tried to check the site traffic on SimilarWeb and it didn't pop up yet. So I don't think the site already is like getting any significant amount of traffic. If I'm wrong, please let me know. But this to try to get people to collaborate with your brand when, again, I'm guessing 95% of people plus are going to be first-time visitors. Like this, it doesn't need to take up this screen real estate. Instead, again, I'm not saying it's bad to have a program like this. You want to put it in the correct place. So if I was running this store, I would offer this after people bought from me, okay? Let them buy, let them become customers, let them trust you because they ordered from you and got what they ordered. Then you can make this offer to them, right? Even if you make it on the order confirmation page, then at least they've purchased from you first and it's not just like, hey, like walking down the street, like, do you want to be my girlfriend? Like to someone you don't even know, right? You want to get them to be a customer first, introduce this later. And then again, if it's something as your site, gains authority and credibility and it's more established and people are coming back, then maybe add the link to that program again in your footer menu, but not taking up space on every page down there. Okay. Again, let's go back to a product page now. So we're going to come in here and this is for a skin ice roller for face. Okay, so it looks like you freeze this thing and you roll it on your face. There are 3 colors available. Let's see, go to green. Green, pink, purple. So I'm not sure if this is like a theme thing with the theme you're using. but it looks like one of them goes to pink, and then purple and green don't go anywhere. And it looks like there are different color options. So I would recommend linking the different colors to, show the image of the product. So I would encourage you to do that, because obviously one of them does something, but the rest aren't doing anything. So I would make the, the color options associated to the image that goes with them. And let's see. It looks like you did write unique copy here. So I'm not going to read through all the copy just for sake of time, but it does look like you took the time to do that. So I do think that's good. I might style it a little bit different, because it kind of looks like in Amazon description, where it's just like you can only use bullets. So maybe you want to like present it in a different way, where there's like, headlines and subheadlines and paragraph copy, just so it kind of looks a little bit nicer. But I'm not going to read through the copy to see how good it is or how bad it is, but it does look like you wrote original copy, which is great. So that is definitely good. Okay, let's keep going down here. No need to plug in, refrigerate it. Yeah, so now we're at a point where there are just a ton of images, and it looks like some of them are just repeating and zoomed in images. Listen, more images is usually a good thing, but this is almost too much, right? I like the actual like the solid product shot here with the white background showing off the product. Ideally, like up top, you had 3 of these: one in pink, one in green, one in purple. And then as far as other things like here, like how to use to roll it on your face, that's good. You can maybe even add text to that, like showing people how to use the thing. No need electricity consumption. Yeah, like this image, honestly, I would not use this. Like the no need electricity consumption, like that's not how people talk. So either you want to change it to like, no power required or something like that and make it look more professional, but honestly, it looks shady. This image looks shady with the text on it. And then all these other ones, like again, some are just repeating. There's too many. You don't need this with all the other ones. The size is in millimeters. I'm assuming the site is selling in the US. If I'm wrong, then disregard this. But if it is, I would change this to the actual, size in inches. And yeah, again, remove the duplicated products, duplicated images, I'm sorry, or ones that are extremely similar and don't serve a purpose to see twice from, a little bit zoomed in option. Okay, when we come down here, we have materials, and just expanded that, and it says stainless steel. Obviously, this isn't, I don't want to say obviously, it does not look like stainless steel to me. Maybe it is, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that's stainless steel. And if it is, it's painted. So I would add if you want to show off materials, list all the materials that are part of this thing. Because even that, I would see that and be like, this isn't even correct. Shipping and returns, I expand that. There's nothing there. So just that alone, right? Anybody that was on your store that was like seriously like, okay, I want to buy this thing. If they want to know, how long does shipping take, right? What is the return process? And they just see nothing, they're gone. They're not going to buy it and hope that things work out. Here, I'm just going to come into a product page on Shaka really quickly and show you some things we could do that hopefully, again, you can implement on your store. So if you come down here, like we have, tabbed product pages as well. So I do like the tabs. Let me see what I want to show you up here. Okay, so here we have like our shipping, right? So as soon as, someone, let's say, opens the shipping tab, we have the order confirmation, right? How does that work? What happens after you buy? How does the order shipment work? How long do things take to ship? What do you do if you have a question about your shipment? What if it's damaged? What if you want to cancel or refund? Put that there, right? Show it off, because people are going to have these questions before buying. And if you can't answer them, or even worse, you can't show them anything, they're not going to buy. Again, any other policies too, you can add that as a expandable or collapsible with the tabs like you have. Dimensions, again, nothing there. Care instructions, nothing there. This is only hurting by having any of this there. So it needs a lot of work, mainly by actually completing all the information so people can get the information they need. There's a lot to do. Again, if you want to own this store, it's worth doing for you, but just know there's some massive changes I would make here. Some more things here, like I mentioned earlier with the expiring coupon codes and whatnot. Here you'll see 10% off and free shipping. Coupon code SAVE10 ends with the date this ends. Add to cart, buy it now. Let me come down here. This is something I would recommend you add if you do actually track quantity, showing how many are left in stock, again, to help with urgency. And then here, this really helps us, and I'm sure it would help you too, having the estimated arrival date show off, right? Because again, now I don't even know what your shipping policy is. It might ship in 3 years. But what we like to do is use estimated arrival and give a date range for when the customer can expect to receive it. Again, answer their questions in advance. So when it comes time for them to like really think like, oh, am I gonna buy this now? There's no like thing that could pop into their mind last second that would make them leave without buying, okay? So I'd recommend doing that too. Again, this store is Shaka Surfboards. I will link to it in the description of this video. Go through it, kind of follow the model. And yeah, I would encourage you, do whatever you want, it's your store, but I would encourage you to make those changes. That's what I would do if I had some challenge where like this store was mine and I had, you know, whatever, any amount of time. But if my job was to have it start making, you know, $5,000 a month, I would make all these changes within the next few hours, honestly, and then start running ads. This is beyond the discussion. Let me just see if I go to like all products of the price point. We won't get into that, but I do, price, I'll go high to low. I do personally sell products $200 or more. Your most expensive is $93. So that's a topic for a different day. Ideally, you would find other products within the beauty niche that are more expensive, make more money per sale. But you know, without that, those are the actual changes I would make on the store. Thank you again to Alexis for sharing this. Hopefully this did provide value to you and to other people watching. And everyone, do me a favor, if you got value, say thank you to Alexis for sharing this store, because without the link, this video wouldn't exist. And again, if you want me to review yours, feel free to post a link in the comments of this video. If you got value, leave a thumbs up, be sure to subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See you, everybody.